Donald Trump is now claiming that Elon Musk does not run Doge, which is weird, because before he said that he is running Doge. But this was actually the director of the White House Office of Administration stated in a sworn affidavit that Musk is, quote, not an employee of the U.S. Doge Service or the U.S. Doge Service Temporary Organization. So what is his job? Fischer says he's a senior advisor to the president. But in November 12th, Trump announced that Musk was the head of Doge. On February 11th, he was standing right next to Musk, and he said, we're going to be signing a very important deal today, Doge, and I'm going to ask Elon to tell you a little bit about it. And then he says, could you mention some of the things your team has found? And then he says, this is on February 9th, he says, I'm going to tell Elon Musk very soon, like maybe in 24 hours, to go check the Department of Education. He's going to find the same thing. And then I'm going to go to the military. Let's check the military. So who's actually running Doge? This 19-year-old racist kid that they just rehired? The one who says, I was racist before it was cool? This is wild stuff. Meanwhile, Elon is seeing dead people over at the Social Security Administration. He's telling lies about Social Security. And it's pretty shocking, and the reason is even more shocking. The reason, of course, is that the biggest pile of federal money right now, if you're looking for $4 trillion to give tax breaks to Elon Musk and Donald Trump and all the billionaires in his cabinet and all the billionaires who funded his campaign, if you're looking for a place to come up with trillions of dollars, Social Security is it. Just cripple Social Security, and you've got enough money to give big tax breaks to your billionaire donors. So anyhow, Musk comes out and says there's 150-year-old fraudulent Social Security recipients. No, it's a programming error, and everybody knows about it, and nobody's getting those checks. There's no checks going to these people. According to the Social Security office, there's about 6 million people who kind of fall into this category. They're cleaning them up. They cleaned up 1.5 million of them or 1.2 million of them last year. It's expensive. You got to do the research, but none of them are getting checks. Then he goes on to say undocumented immigrants are getting Social Security. This is part of the racist Great Replacement theory that comes out of apartheid South Africa. Elon Musk says the real reason Democrats are upset with fraud investigations is that, quote, they are using your taxpayer money as handouts to attract and retain illegal immigrants. They're future voters. That's what it's all about. Truth. No, that's a lie. You can't. First of all, you can't vote if you're not a citizen. And secondly, you can't get Social Security benefits if you're not a citizen. Now, that said, there are people in this country who are not citizens who are paying $25.7 billion every year into the Social Security Administration, but will never be able to get a penny out of it. But Musk is conveniently ignoring that. He's lying to the American people. Why? To justify cuts in Social Security. And the legacy media, just like, see no Nazis, hear no Nazis, it's like, see no destruction of Social Security, hear no destruction of Social Security. In fact, the head of Social Security itself, the acting director of the Social Security Administration, Michelle King, resigned yesterday because Musk wanted her to give to his people, or whoever's running Doge wanted her to give to their people, the your and my private Social Security information, our tax records, our health records, our Social Security payments history. They want to know everything about every American in this country. Why? Well, I would think so that they can use that against us should we ever stand up against them. Nancy Altman, who is the president of Social Security Works, she said, SSA, Social Security sensitive files, the same way they're trying to do it Labor and Treasury, the acting commissioner wouldn't give it and she was replaced. There's no way to overstate how serious a breach this is. Yeah, you think? And finally, the Oval Office is now a place where Donald Trump can do business. No other president has done this before. Jimmy Carter, all the other presidents put their assets in a blind trust. Trump actually had a meeting with the Saudis in the White House to talk about the LIV Golf Tour that he's a partner in, along with PGA. He's going to make a pile of money off this deal that he negotiated in the White House this week. This is, the Constitution says presidents shall take no emoluments from foreign kings. And here's the head of the king of Saudi Arabia cutting a deal to give money to Donald Trump in the Oval Office. I mean, Trump had actually promised not to engage in business deals in the Oval Office. Yeah, right. His promises are useless.